This frayed pad, worn and rugged, holds secrets from the heart of a blazing forge. It's a relic of craftsmanship, soaked in years of fiery encounters, and the story it tells isn't for the faint of heart. When held, it feels substantial in your hands, almost heavy with memory. Can you guess what this was used for? Most people have no idea. In an age where pipes are connected with the sleek ease of modern materials, it's hard to remember a time when this humble implement was essential to a skilled trade. But this tool, forgotten by many, tells a story of craftsmanship, ingenuity, and a trade that built the very infrastructure of our everyday lives. This is a wiping cloth, and it was once the unsung hero of plumbing in early America. Used primarily for lead wiping, a meticulous art practiced by plumbers until the mid-1900s, it was essential for sealing pipe joints. Picture a bustling neighborhood in the early 20th century. A skilled plumber crouches down under a home, surrounded by the smell of molten lead. With steady hands, he skillfully molds the lead solder around a copper pipe joint, wiping away the excess with his trusty wiping cloth. The heat of the metal melts away any concerns as he crafts a watertight seal, ensuring that families across the city have access to fresh water and proper sanitation. But as technology evolved, this craft dwindled, replaced by copper and PVC pipes, which required a different kind of connection, one that demanded no tedious hands-on craft or this crucial tool. The wiping cloth is a poignant reminder of the artisanship of those who came before us. Today, we look back at our ancestors with a mixture of nostalgia and gratitude, aware that the simplicity of their tools harbored talent and skill that shaped our world. Let's delve deeper into the wealth of forgotten tools, each woven with unique narratives from the fabric of Americana. Next, we uncover the wheelwright's marking hammer, a tool that laid the groundwork for local economies in the 1800s. This simple yet effective hammer, with its rounded striking surface and flat head, was used to mark out the wooden spokes of wheels being crafted for horse-drawn carriages. It might be easy to overlook, but this was more than just a hammer. It was a symbol of precision and craftsmanship. Imagine a wheelwright in a sunlit workshop, surrounded by the scent of freshly sawn wood. He would deftly swing the hammer against a spoke, leaving precise marks that guided his hands, ensuring the perfect fit and balance in the wheel that would carry families across farmland and town. But as automobiles became widespread in the 1900s, the need for horse-drawn carriages dwindled, and so too did the importance of skilled wheelwrights. Factories began mass-producing wheels using machinery, stripping the trade of its artisanal roots. The once crucial marking hammer was all but retired, sitting idly in forgotten corners of history. Moving along the trade pathways of our past, we find ourselves pausing at a cooper's draw knife. An elegant tool, the draw knife consists of a broad blade secured between two handles that allows the user to shave wood with remarkable precision. Coopers like to craft barrels for storage of grain and other goods, and their craft was pivotal in the early days of colonial America. Picture a cooper at work, muscles straining as he pulls the knife toward himself, carefully shaping the wood into a staved barrel. The rhythm of the work resonates through the workshop, and shavings of wood curl away into heaps on the shop floor. This tool offered a surprising detail. While you might think the draw knife was only used by coopers, it was also lent to carpenters and craftsmen working with wood. The demand for uniquely shaped wooden barrels, however, plummeted with the advent of metal and plastic containers, reliable, mass-produced replacements that chased the cooper's drawn knife into obscurity. The craftsmanship that once surrounded the barrel-making process faded into the annals of history. Next, we cast our gaze to the blacksmith's bellow, an artifact of skillful handiwork that once breathed life into fiery furnaces. These ornately designed devices were crucial to the blacksmith's trade, utilizing leather flaps that opened and closed with a simple pull of the handle, directing air to feed the flames. Picture an industrious blacksmith in a smoky workshop, surrounded by the metallic clang of hammer on steel. As he pumps the bellow, the fire roars to life, turning bright red as it prepares to melt iron into a malleable state. The craftsmanship embodied in the blacksmith's bellow is fascinating, each curve of wood telling a story as hands have molded it through the ages. But as technology advanced and electricity became commonplace, many blacksmithing tasks transitioned to machines, leading to the decline of traditional bellows. The remarkable tool, rich with history and labor, quietly slipped out of the limelight. Did your grandfather have one of these in his shed? What tools do you remember from your childhood? Tell me below. Next in our exploration of forgotten tools, we turn to the humble shingle froe, a tool that transformed the timber industry. This large, heavy blade on a wooden handle served as a straight-edge chisel used to split shingles off blocks of wood. Imagine a rustic homestead in the early 1900s, a craftsman keenly focused on making shingles for a new roof in the crisp morning air. As he drives the froe into the wood, shavings fly as it splits effortlessly, each shingle becoming an essential factor for protection against the elements. The shingle froe was a clever design that allowed users to create shingles of different thicknesses, depending on the need. Yet, as processed materials like asphalt shingles and siding came into play, roofing options changed rapidly. The easy convenience of these modern materials rendered the froe obsolete, leaving behind only echoes of its once cherished craftsmanship. The next tool on our journey is the mortise and tenon chisel, a critical tool for joinery in woodworking. This specialized chisel features a thick body and sharp edge, designed to create precise mortises and tenons that allow pieces of wood to be joined together with strength and durability. In the late 1700s, a carpenter worked diligently in his workshop, cutting joints for a custom cabinet, the sound of chiseling mixing with the scent of fresh sawdust. He knew that the strength of the joints could make or break his craftsmanship. The mortise and tenon joint was not only practical but also elegant, embodying the craftsmanship that characterized American furniture making of the past. However, as modern fasteners and assembly techniques emerged, much of this intricate joinery fell out of favor, leading to the chisel gathering dust in the corners of workshops. We continue our exploration with the scrapers of the finishing trade, tools that shaped fine furniture with a smooth, flawless finish. The scraper's thin blade was designed to remove thin layers of wood without the bulk of sanding. Imagine a skilled finisher transforming a simple wood piece into an object of beauty, the blade gliding across the surface as it shaves off imperfections like a gentle breeze. Its design is unassuming yet incredibly effective, serving as a tool of precision. The scrapers found their downfall in the advent of modern sanding equipment, which could quickly smooth surfaces at lightning speed compared to the slower, more deliberate method of hand scraping. In an age where speed often trumps quality, the scrapers quietly diminished into mere relics, yet they whisper so much about the beauty of taking one's time. Lastly, we arrive at a forgotten tool that played a pivotal role in transportation, the handheld road grader. This hefty tool consisted of a long wooden beam with sharp serrated blades attached, used for leveling and grading the ground to prepare for road construction. Picture the diligent worker, laboring under the sun, pushing the grader across uneven terrain, transforming rough landscapes into smooth highways, making transport easier for communities. But the rise of motorized machinery in the mid-20th century eclipsed the handheld grader, as steam and later diesel-powered machines took over road construction. The once vital tasks performed by hand slowly transitioned, leading the road grader into the annals of forgotten tools. In reflecting upon this journey through time, we uncover more than just forgotten tools. We touch on the lost artistry and craftsmanship of generations past. The wiping cloth, the marking hammer, the draw knife, the bellow, the shingle froe, the mortise and tenon chisel, the scrapers, and the road grader all speak to the skilled hands that built America, ones that shaped communities, careers, and connected lives with the integrity of their craft. These tools still possess echoes of their legacy. They provide warmth and nostalgia in our rapidly changing world. Like this if it took you back, and subscribe for the next forgotten tool. The workshop never really closes.